Hello, everyone. Welcome to your weekly ramen first. Uh, your your weekly ramen is typically an anime podcast, and this week we have something very special for you guys. Not anime, but something closely related to anime, which is a visual novel, as you can obviously see. And it's a visual novel called Narcissu. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. The U is probably silent, to be honest, but Narcissus. So, a little bit of background. This is like my fifth time trying this. I've never done anything like this before. So we've run into some problems. So hopefully those won't occur. I got the FPS set to like 15, which is the only way it wouldn't have super lag. But this is a visual novel, so hopefully that'll be okay. We will see. Let's get right into it, folks. Start. Okay, Narcissus. I'm just gonna call it Narcissus. Of course, we want to do the first one. Yep. We'll go with, I don't know any of these. Agellis GP32 or some Japanese thing. We'll go with Agellis. And of course, we're gonna go voiced. Cause I love you guys.
眩しかった日のこと。そんな冬の日のこと。
That is sad. Oh God, it's already sad.
幼い頃から丈夫な方じゃなかった。
But even so, I went to grade school normally. During summer vacation, I played until I was tanned very dark. Okay. That's a little bit sad. June, soon after entering middle school. The day after we ordered swimsuits for the swimming class that would start next month. That time was the first time I experienced being admitted into a hospital. Oh no, it's already sad. Okay, so I know absolutely nothing about this anime. Or, this, what do you want to call it? Visual novel, sorry. I'm trying to look at 5 things at once here. All I know is it's probably really sad. Just a little before the first semester midterms, a day where the rain that started to fall felt awfully cold. In the midst of that pure white sky of the rainy day, in the beginning, everyone in the class came to visit me each day. And when I was discharged from the hospital, during the weekends, they would come to my house to play. But that was just the beginning. Fall came, winter left, hospitalized, discharged, outpatient care, and then starting again with hospitalization. Oh, this poor girl. Classmates who once were called friends. Oh no, at some point became acquaintances, and then turned into strangers. With each turning of the seasons, it seemed that I was disappearing from their memories. Oh, man. Oh, I'm already attached.
いい気がしないらしい。
It looks like it makes them uncomfortable.
普通に生きている人にとって私の存在ってのは
For those who live normally, my very
だから
existence.
消されたようだった。
That's why I seem to have been erased.
いくつもの季節白い梅雨空を
Numerous seasons.
誰
White.
とも言葉を交わす必要もなく過ごした。
Sorry, I'm gonna try not to talk over. Numerous seasons, white overcast skies, passed without even the need to exchange words with anyone.
私の英語の教科書は1年生の中間テスト以降まっさらな状態だった。
My English textbook from my first year midterms onwards remained brand new. No! That's sad. Oh, this is
私の
gonna
時
be a
間も止ま
journey.
ったらしい。
It was there. Sorry I keep talking over her. I really, like I said, I've never done this before. That my time seemed to have stopped. Stage Nana, Volume 24. Oh god. It's the cicadas. Oh no! 8 years later, 2004 early summer, protagonist. Summer, flowing sweet. In the driver's license examination area, a large election. All at once, the lights came on, and like everyone else there, I searched for my own number. At a driver's place? 237, 237. Scanning among the mostly lit light panels, I found my own examination number. Is she getting her license? Kathunk. Because it was just past midday, the train car was quite empty. And in the empty car, I was on the way home from the examination center. In my left hand was the traffic regulations manual I had just received. In my shirt pocket was the brand new license. Hey, something happy happened. All right, congrats, girl. You go, girl. You get your license. You get all independent and shit. With this, I also normally licensed. What? With this, I'm also normally licensed. Hey, okay, that makes more sense. Past tense. I murmured somewhat seriously, but didn't feel any particular strong emotion. So I think I'll use my voice for the main character, maybe. I'm gonna try to throw voices in here, though. We'll see how it goes. It's not like I wanted to drive cars, nor did I really have another purpose in mind. Maybe this guy's a dude. I don't know. It's not. Okay. It was just people around me were going to the training center, and I had recommended that I at least get a driver's license. And had recommended that. I'm so terrible at this. Please bear with me. It will get better, I promise. That night, when I reported to my parents that I had gotten my license, "Is that so?" was the short reply. Ooh, not very exciting parents, are they? As an experiment, I tried saying that I wanted to borrow the car, and just as shortly came a "You can't." Man, what sourpusses, huh? I mean, parents. It wasn't like I had wanted to drive the car, but the responses were exactly as I had imagined. They were those sorts of parents. Okay. I feel you, bud. The next day, upon waking up, my chest hurt, and so I was taken to the hospital. Oh, okay. Maybe it's still the girl. Sad. I think it's still the girl. Wow, I couldn't tell from the intro that she was so old. 16, I guess that's not super old. Anyway, normally I had little to do with things involving sickness. That was why waiting in the initial waiting room felt extremely boring. Maybe it's not her. Maybe this is just her first time. I don't know. We'll find out together. Finally, just when I thought the examination was over, this time I went to take x-rays and blood test was made to go. Okay, on top of that, for a long, long time, I was made to wait in boredom. Should have brought your Nintendo DS. Play some Pokemon Go on your phone, maybe. Without noticing, I had finished reading 3 books of Jump manga that was in the waiting room, and was reaching for a 4th. Well, there you go. There's some entertainment for you. And just like that, I was made to do the paperwork for being admitted into the hospital. No! boy. The brand new driver's license that still lay in my shirt pocket. Oh, you're killing me here. It looked like the time for its debut was a ways off. Oh, man. Whew. Protagonist, 2004 autumn. Alright, let's see if we can get some voices in here. Around when those very noisy cicadas had stopped crying, people died. As usual, I was in the hospital. Of course, it wasn't like I was always admitted in the hospital. I would be in and out. Last month, I had my first experience. I'm guessing that's going to be with. But we'll see. No lag. There we go. With surgery. After being discharged, I commuted 5 minutes for outpatient care by scooter. And even from then on, admitted, discharged, outpatient care, gradually moving to being admitted again. Oh, I get it. She's a poor, sick little girl. Where's the happiness? Even the music's sad. Oh boy. I didn't know anything about PET or ERISA. I don't know what those stand for, but we'll see. But I noticed through the comings and goings that a number of months have passed. In exchange with my decreasing appetite, the times and amounts of drugs increased. Even I could see with my own eyes that my strength was declining. Oh, my legs felt thin, but that's not your imagination, the needle on the scale would tell me. Man, I mean, whew. And yet, I was looking at myself somehow objectively. Wait, what does that mean? You're not happy with, or you have, what? As if watching a stranger. Okay. Like looking at a single scene on television. The sudden things that happened to my body, my head couldn't keep up with them. The feeling that what was happening was real didn't arise. Okay, so she's trying to kind of block it out. Not really accepting. I guess I can kind of see that. I pressed the button, people, I promise. I'm just waiting for the lag. There we go. And so, even though I was supposed to be my own body, I could... Oh, of course, that time there's no lag. Winter. Around when Christmas trees were disappearing from the streets. Perhaps it was due to being the end of the year, but I was allowed to return home. Home for the holidays. In the end, it seemed to be only temporary, but even then, I was happy a bit. I was a bit happy. Speak English. In a mix of rain and sleet, I returned home for the first time in a while. Okay, for some reason, everyone in the family was gathered. Ooh, that's not good. It's usually a bad sign. Even though my parents normally didn't speak much, while being a bit stiff, they smiled at me. That's probably not a good sign either, to be honest. It doesn't seem like those kind of parents smile often. The little sister who I always argued with made my favorite cream stew and fried shrimp. Ooh. Yeah, this is definitely bad. We sat next to each other in the kotsu. Forgive me for any butchering of Japanese pronunciation. They peeled and I'm so bad at this during this time. I apologize. I had just a bit of a realization. Still left in the pocket that brand new license. I'm assuming that says license. I'm pretty sure that says license. The license, without giving rise to any practical value, might expire. Oh, that's a sad thought. She'll never get to drive. Never. Lagging. Little bit lag, but we get to enjoy this beautiful music. At least, right? And that's something. While having stiff, unnatural smiles directed at me. Calmly, vaguely, rather simply, I thought of that as if thinking of someone else. January 2005 protagonist. January 2005. The new year came, and I returned again to the hospital. I'm starting to see a pattern here. For some reason on that day, I didn't go to the 4th floor, but instead to a conference room was made to go. There, with my father and a doctor, I heard many things, was made to listen. It was that thing called notification, probably. Whew. Notification of what? They had an extremely indirect way of speaking, but in the end, it seemed like I was going to die. I see. That was why I was only made able to reply with that. I couldn't find other words from when I entered until I left the room. That was all I said. I see. Ooh. I feel ya. I can't imagine how hard that must be. Oh, at that age? Oh no. It would be hard for the parents too. It'd be hard for everyone. Accepting my answer, the doctor moved the ballpoint pen in his hand. Accepting. Most likely, it was the paperwork for the hospice. To the very end, he was very businesslike. My father was very much the same. It was such a simple thing. That's rough. This is deep already. I'm glad I chose this. That was my honest impression. And then, between that day and the next, I changed from the 4th to the 7th floor, from a 6-patient room to a single. And also, the 7th floor itself was a bit different from other floors. For one thing, the floors were sparkling. The ceilings were much higher, much broader. Inside the rooms, it was extremely clean. Sorry, you guys. There, now you can see it. The large windows seemed designed to let in lots of sunlight. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. Sounds like an okay place, except for the whole, dying thing. However, the windows only open a tiny bit. Okay, probably don't want you jumping. When I tried measuring, it was just slightly smaller than allowing your head to pass through. Okay. Yep, probably to keep you from jumping. The other thing was the color of the ID bracelets changed. Oh no. Since the day I was admitted, a final bracelet was always wrapped around my wrist. Upon it, my name and blood type. Okay. Is that vinyl? Yeah. Vinyl. The color had changed from blue to white. High ceilings, white vinyl bracelets, windows that could only open 15 centimeters. The day I was transferred to the 7th floor, it was when the boring New Year's program were still being broadcasted. Programs. The time I met her for the first time was also the very beginning of the year. Okay, so we're introducing someone else now.
Narcissus. 冬7回。
All right. Well, I think this is a great stopping point for this session. If you like this, let us know. Leave a comment on the video. Leave a like. I honestly am not expecting a whole lot of likes. It'd be super cool. I mean, I'd be very excited. But we'll see how it goes. YouTube, there's a lot of fish in the sea. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been another episode of Your Weekly Ramen. If you like us, if you're just finding us on YouTube, you should go to soundcloud.com/weeklyramen and check out some of our podcasts. I have a co-host, a buddy named Ty, and we do an anime podcast where we review a season of anime every week. A weekly anime podcast. It's a great time. It's a great listen. If you got, an hour to kill, I'd highly suggest it. We have a lot of fun doing it, and we hope you guys have a lot of fun listening. So, that being said, I'll see you guys hopefully for another episode of Narcissu, and we'll see where it goes from there.